Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
Greetings, Koopalings! It's my birthday today, and we had a
birthday
Nintendo Direct on my birthday ahead of the big Direct. So here we are, podcasting. We're going to talk all about it. I'm so excited.
Go, shorty. It's your birthday. You're going to party like it's your birthday. Go drink Bacardi like it's your birthday. And we don't give a fuck. It's not your birthday. Happy birthday, Rebecca.
Thank you. This is the first time ever that there was a Nintendo Direct on my birthday date.
I did do what Delvin did. I looked up famous birthdays.
Mariah
Fidel
Carey's
Castro.
like,
There's Mariah Carey.
Really? Castro?
I wish.
Here's the
That'd
thing.
be funny.
There's 10
Adolf
people.
Hitler.
There's
Mariah
10 people
Carey.
on this page. I only know Mariah. I don't know.
Yeah,
any of these
she's
other
like the
people.
only one. She's the only one.
Let me.
So there's a person. All right, so let me read you these.
Yeah, I'll
Kenna
let you know.
D. Haddock,
No.
Halle Bailey,
Oh, yeah,
I
she's
know her.
Little Mermaid.
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
Jesser.
No.
Jesser. No.
Jesser. This person it just listed as Lisa.
Simpson?
No, just Lisa. Says she's a rapper.
I don't know who that is.
I got nothing. Sorry, Rebecca.
Well, Mariah Carey and Halle.
Those are two big ones.
Yeah,
Those are two really
good
big ones.
Those are good ones. I'm fine with that.
I wonder if we could find any more. I should have done this. I should have looked it up.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Nintendo Direct's more important than
Facts.
any birthday.
Nah.
Well, hang on. Speaking of birthdays, I'd like to throw a shout out to one Nolan Capri, who joined the Capri household today.
Wow.
Nolan
what?
Capri, you and Rebecca
Wait,
will
really?
share a birthday for the rest of your lives
Wait,
Well-
like literally was just born today?
today.
Well, we know
Oh
now.
my god! Literally
We have-
the best birthday!
We have pictures. Well, I mean, I'll debate that fact, but we have pictures in the Discord if you'd like to
Wait,
go see.
he's-
My wife loves the
Sean's
Pudgy
here in
baby.
chat.
He
Sean,
is.
what are you doing?
He's at the
He's-
hospital
he's-
watching Shaq like
he's
he
had enough
should be.
birthday.
Yeah.
He's
okay,
had enough
wait.
babies. He knows how this
Wait
goes. He's a pro.
Wait a second. This is super important. So his first two children, I don't know if they're named after, but have video game related
That's
names.
correct.
Is
That is
Nolan
correct.
also a video game related name?
I think it's a Christopher Nolan thing.
Or
So
Nolan
still
North.
a nerd name. Still a nerd
He
name.
did. This is Christopher Nolan North Capri.
I like it. I like it.
So got a little Drake in
Nolan,
there.
That's good. That's good.
Drake.
Little Nathan Drake going on.
I like it.
Congratulations, Sean.
Yes, very congratulations. What a great day. to welcome a
Everybody's
child.
happy. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's safe.
Love that.
Yep.
Love that.
Fantastic.
I didn't even know he had
fantastic
another kid on the
news.
way. That's amazing. Love it.
Congratulations, Sean. Keep on fucking, brother. Keep on fucking.
Business is about to resume, my friend.
Hey.
Very good. That is exciting. Good news.
Wow,
to
we have so
start-
many
start
chat.
off
There's
the
so many
show.
people here.
That's
Fantastic
great.
news.
Maybe we
Wow.
should,
Like I'm
we
trying to
Where all y'all
catch up.
came
There's
from?
so many. Like, wow.
We should podcast at night like we used to again.
Well,
Absolutely
yeah,
not.
there's something about that.
Sunday morning. Too many
If you
people. sleeping
flunkies
in.
could get it together for one night, that's not a me thing. I
Absolutely
just like
not.
the record to show that it's not a me thing.
So we're not going to talk about anything else. We're going to jump right into today's direct.
Direct.
Who cares what
happened.
we've been playing? It's been 3 days. We can just jump right into it.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. All right. So before we break it down, which we will, I've done notes. I have 28 announcements that we will go through. If we reach one that nobody wants, I think we could vote. Like we can vote. I'll read the game. You say pass. If 2 out of 3 say pass, we move on.
I feel like I'm gonna get outvoted a lot.
Wait, no, I think it's one.
Rebecca's like, no. Let's
Three
not do that.
passes. You need 3 passes. If
I'm trying to
one person
just-
wants to talk about a game, I think they should be allowed.
I'm trying to just like light this chaos fuse.
This
All
is
right,
gonna be
we'll
funny.
do that.
We
Rebecca.
should do it the way Donnie wants to do it because
So-
everybody's gonna be disappointed.
First thing I want to ask everybody: did you watch the direct? Have you watched it yet? Pass. And what were your overall thoughts without getting into the game announcements?
I watched it. I
You
watched the
it?
whole thing. My son was shocked too. He's like, you can skim through that. I'm like, no, I watched the whole thing. I
He
said,
watches probably like the very last one for the whole Switch.
correct.
I watched it, and my overall thoughts were, considering we're getting a direct next week, and that this is like the very last hurrah, like just very last, legs for the Switch One. It was not terrible.
There we go. Nintendo Shack 325. Not terrible.
It was not terrible for what it was.
Yes.
I probably went in with higher hopes than I should have.
Interesting.
My hopes were, I was the opposite. I went in with
Same.
no hope.
I went in
this,
hopeless.
This is gonna be trash.
I honestly don't think I've ever went into a direct with lower expectations.
Yeah.
Well, that was healthy.
We were on PSVG last night, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, I don't know why there's a direct ahead of the other direct. I don't know what they're going to show. Probably a bunch of ports and indie games. Like, I don't know what the fuck we're
Second
doing
half
tomorrow.
was definitely better than the first half. XBS in chat says I had to watch the last half. Was at work during the first half. You didn't miss anything during the first half.
It also somewhat helped. I had a very early presentation I had to do this morning, and I was in training until like 1 o'clock. So I did not get to watch this live. So I saw the announcements as they would come across Blue Sky on my phone, and or if our Discord would tip me off to them. I'm not going to lie to you. I think that helped, because I came home and I did watch the direct, and seeing it was more disappointing than just knowing what happened. Like, that's for sure. Like, I can tell you that. Like, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was more excited by the still screenshots than seeing things in actual movement.
I will say this. I got one message about the direct via DM, and you can probably figure out which one what the message was about. They say, "Oh, this is cool. You would like this."
Yeah. I think we all know what that one is, so for sure. And I agree with you. That one is cool. Which might
That's
be
the
a
one
shocker.
I immediately got a message about. Like, okay, so maybe I need to watch this direct, and I watched the direct. Like, okay, that was the
All
one
right.
thing I needed to see.
All right, so let's begin. I think I have these in order. I potentially might not. I'm not going to read every word on this. So let's open it up with the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. It launches in 2025. Pass? No passes.
It was interesting that they opened with this, because didn't we already know about this?
Yes, we
Yes,
definitely
we did.
I don't know if we've seen it yet.
Oh,
It looks pretty.
It looks like the other one, right? Like, it looks the
gorgeous.
same. Yeah, it looks amazing. No date.
I have to say this for at least one other game here. Wonder if they did not include a date for a lot of these things, for certain things here, because it may be a release date for Switch 2, and they don't want to reveal that.
That's a good point.
Maybe.
I'd like to see your point and counter it.
I don't know
I
about for this one, but there's another one that I want to say that for.
I was going to save this to the end because it's a recurring theme, but now that you've said that, I'll just go ahead and bring this up now. Last night with Deb, I was talking about this direct, and I was like, I really don't know why they're having a direct only to like crush it with the next direct, and like nobody will ever hear about these games again. And the amount of games in today's direct that are just generally this year or next year or just out there, I wonder if they wanted to maybe do this direct sooner and were holding off on maybe wanting dates. And maybe they just didn't get dates. That is just me throwing out an idea. No idea. Like, we obviously could never confirm or deny that, but like, there is kind of a shocking amount of ambiguity here.
I have
for
a
a
theory
direct.
about that.
What's your theory?
That these are all natively Switch 1 games. There's nothing
yeah.
done to them. No up-res, and there's not going to be a Switch 2 port.
Yeah, that I don't know about.
This is they're getting this out. Let you know these are the Switch 1 games. These are the last ones coming out. Well, not the last ones coming out, but Don't, because I feel like one of these games, if there was going to be something done to it on a higher level, they would have showed it at next week's Direct.
And I think they will.
I think I think, and we're
And
gonna
here's the
talk
funny
about
thing, Delvin.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't see this. There's some evidence to suggest that there is.
Say, maybe I didn't see that part.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that.
we'll talk about it. All right. The Somnium Files series returns. Comes out July 25th.
Pass.
Sorry, Jace. We tried.
Absolutely not.
Atlas debuted a remaster. Raido remastered The Mystery of the Soulless Army out June 19th.
Pass.
My son's excited for it. It's Demon Summoner. He
It's
likes
in
those
the
games.
Shin Megami Tensei. It's in
Correct.
the Megami Tensei series.
Yes.
Garrett seemed excited for this. When I first saw the trailer this afternoon, I was like, yeah, that looks like an Atlas. That's a Persona Atlas-ass game. That's exactly what that is.
That's-
I'm gonna be
what I
honest.
said.
First two things after Dragon Quest, it was like anime game, and
Facts.
me and Josh are just
Yeah.
sitting on the couch like, okay.
See, they said, let's get this shit out the way first.
I love
These
chat.
nerds.
Like chat, keep giving me the passes. Like
I like
I
it,
want this
pass.
to be our thing.
Look, we should say pass or smash.
Ooh, I
pass.
like it. Pass or smash. Pac-Man, Metroidvania Shadow Labyrinth is out on Nintendo Switch July 18th.
His name is Puck.
Yeah, that's true. Smash.
Smash. I kind of like it.
It looks cool. Josh said that he was not into the art style, the visuals. I liked the visuals. I thought the visuals.
I did too.
were cool.
It kind of gives me like Vanillaware vibes almost.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah, like Vagrant, like what was it Vagrant Story?
Vagrant Story.
Kinda, like, yeah, like
I
that's
also
kind of
think
what I'm picking up
Concept.
here.
I like the concept. The concept seems like
This is the Amazon series game, right? What is that
Yes.
TV show called?
I just told my son.
I watched it, but I never remember the name of the series.
Secret
I'm really
Levels.
bad at that. Yeah. I watched that episode. We talked about it already, but I watched the episode. I thought the episode was wild, and I pre-ordered this game just off of that like 9-minute episode of a trailer. I was like, yeah, I want to see what this is about. It looks like I expect it's going to be very hard. Like that's my take. Is like this game is going to be really tough. I think.
Yeah,
we'll
I
see.
think so too. But it looks fun. I like it. I like how it
Yeah.
looks. I like the style. I like everything about it.
Yep, I'm all in. I've already pre-ordered, so. Patapon 1 and 2 remastered are arriving on Switch July 11th. Pass.
Pass.
Pass, but I will say that when they were showing this, I was like, man, we could have had Rhythm Heaven.
When I saw this, I'm like, I thought this was on fucking Switch. I thought it was already on Switch.
Were you thinking of Lumines?
I think. Know what I
The
think what
other
happened?
Greg Miller portable game that people like or say
Maybe.
they like? Yeah.
But know what I think? What either that or because this game has been remastered already, like a while ago.
Interesting.
I think it was for PS4.
I've
It's
never
remastered.
been into Patapon.
It's
so.
fun, but okay, it's a cool announcement.
Rebecca, tell me why we should be into Story of Seasons: The Grand Bazaar coming out August 27th.
We should not.
Pass.
Pass.
Listen, I saw this, and first I got.
I was
excited
kinda
'cause I
gonna
thought it
say
was
Pat
something else.
Smash.
Oh, I thought the very first like shot of it, I thought that it was going to be that new Fantasy Life girl who steals time or whatever.
Oh,
And then it wasn't that. But all of the Story of Seasons games look generally the same, and they are not innovating. And I don't
I've been
know,
making
I'm
this joke the
not into
entire
Story of
Switch
Seasons.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Like this is a Caroline joke. Like for years, every direct has a anime life sim, and I
Yes.
always made the joke that it was the same game for like
literally
7
looks
years.
It looks exactly the same as the last one, and
Every
heard
time
you.
one would come out, she'd be like, "I'm excited for this one." And I go, "Didn't this come out already?" She's like, "It's a different game." Like, is it?
this is the other one.
When I watched this live, and I
I will
watched
not
it
be
with
getting
Jack, and if anybody cares, Jack was like, "This was a terrible direct. He hated it."
Good job, Jack.
I asked him. I said, "But why does it look better than Pokemon?" Like, why does this? It's like in the same font. It looks better than Pokemon. Why?
I didn't want to
it
say
does
it.
not have
Right.
any. The
But it
textures
fucking
look
does.
bad. If you look at the grass looks horrible. It all looks like it's. I don't know. It's not for me. It's not my type of game.
Well, I'm sure this will be a pass. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Smash, baby.
Smash.
Smash.
Smash,
2025. No date.
2025,
No date.
And I think this is an example where there's no date because it's going to simultaneously launch on the Switch.
That would be
2.
cool.
And having it in this direct is obviously means it's a dual release. It's going to come to both.
I think it's a
they
launch
wanted
title.
to show. I do think it's a launch title, and I do think that we will see it again next week, whether it's the same trailer or a slightly better trailer with like better graphics or whatever. I think it looks gorgeous.
Well,
Even with what we saw today.
I wonder if they won't show a trailer, but just allude to how much better it is, or that it will be better.
To,
I agree.
To you guys' credits, my son looked at it when he watched me watch this trailer. Like, oh, that looks really good. I think that's a Switch 2 game. Like, huh?
I
Yeah, if
definitely
it looked
think
that good on the Switch, imagine what it'll look like on the Switch too.
I definitely think what we saw was Switch footage. That's Switch footage. And I think it might be like one of the better looking Switch games, period. Which
It is.
you would expect here at late in the life cycle, right?
Which I thought-
Prime HD is gorgeous.
Like beyond the console, right? Beyond the console talk, I liked the trailer a lot, and I'm not like the most Metroid person. And the thing that really started to get to me was the setting, right? The environments. It definitely evoked like that exploration type feel, and I was like, yeah, like they almost get me almost every time. Like, yeah, it looks really good though. Like, I
does.
really don't think I like these games a lot, but definitely, I definitely will be playing that one for sure. It just
Yeah,
looks
I think
really
it would have
nice.
spoiled the Switch 2 release date because it's going to be like June 20th or something, and then people will be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love the new power-ups that she gets, the psychic abilities. Like, that's amazing. That looks so much fun. It looks like there's going to be some really creative puzzles involved with that. I think that's a really cool
It had like that
next step.
orb thing where you could grab it and then throw it. That was very like Half-Life.
It had the mind thing where you're like moving it. Like, it just seems very like forward thinking for the
Thoughts
Metroid Prime
about-
series.
Thoughts about motion controls? Anybody? Was I the only one that was watching all of that being like, are we doing this with like mouse mode or like Joy-Con?
I thought mouse mode when you said that.
Right, like even like they're doing the tracing, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's kind of Wiimote-esque.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can do it with sticks. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just wondering if like
The
if
fluidity
that's
of it.
something on the
Maybe
on
they'll
the,
show that next week. How
on the
you
way
use
to
those.
launch for this game. Is that something that's about to get brought up? Because I couldn't not think motion controls when they were showing me what they were doing.
But I think obviously you will still be able to play like in handheld mode and stuff since it's coming to the Switch 1. You'll have to be able to do that. Yeah, it shows that they can make games like that. I mean, this game has been in development for literally the entire Switch's lifespan. Like, it better look that good on the Switch. They
In
better be
development is an
using it.
interesting term. This
Yeah.
game has been announced the entire lifespan.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know how long it was actually in development for, but it looks great. It really does, and I'm very happy for the Metroid people. And as a dual launch, as I expect it'll be, I really hope that is the juice that Metroid needs to get over the top.
That'd
I
be cool.
am a little sad that they did not follow that up with, we are also releasing Prime 2 and 3 HD out now or out this month or something, you know.
Yeah.
I still wanted those two to complete the Switch HD Metroid Prime collection.
But what they followed up with was even better.
Hang on. All right, hang on. Before we move to the next game,
Yeah.
I want to talk about that because we talked about that a little bit in the Discord today. Is there a sense growing within you that might be like an NSO thing at some point?
The Metroid Prime
Like if
2?
they're readying GameCube stuff? for
I don't
NSO?
want it. Well, actually, Prime 3 is on the Wii.
On the
so, no,
And I think
don't
they
want
could release that as like a Wii catalog. Like I'm
That is
wondering
not
why.
what I want because I don't want to play it with the motion controls. I want to
So-
play it like Metroid Prime is on the handheld.
Oh,
So I think you can. There's. I would look at GoldenEye as like as an example, where they have modern controls for that game, but you can still play it in classic. Like
yeah.
they just because it came out on the doesn't mean we're playing the Wii ROM. They could just
They
release.
can adjust it.
Yeah,
But it looks not as good as Metroid Prime HD does. Metroid Prime HD looks so good.
but that
does.
was originally that was always the reports. At least the reports that came from Jeff Grubb.
I don't care what Jeff Grubb says. I want Nintendo to do
Fair
it.
enough. Fair enough.
I want Nintendo
Hey,
to get off their lazy ass and give me Prime 2 and 3.
Yeah, stop
fully
being fucking
redone,
lazy, Nintendo.
remastered.
Bad enough
your
making a
shit
whole
together.
console. Get the fucking work.
Quit making
Yeah.
all these other fucking games and get on it.
Get
Yeah.
on it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Lazy fucks.
So what? I'm just supposed to go from Prime 1 to Prime 4 and just miss all of that exposition?
It
Yeah.
looks like that's exactly what that's about to happen.
You're like,
Because,
other
like,
one didn't
why else have they not even been announced? They haven't even been officially announced, right? We just have
No.
reports from leakers that said that they were coming.
Yes.
So
They
Doesn't look
can
like
do
it.
They can do the funniest thing.
That would be like if I watched the first Hunger Games and then skip the second one and Mockingjay Part 1 and then watch Mockingjay Part 2
Not gonna lie.
and just missed everything. I'd be like,
you probably
what in
could
the
have skipped
world is
all
going
those
on?
the first one.
No, I'm actually rewatching it with Josh. He's watching it for the first time. It's amazing.
fair
I
enough.
like the first one.
Before we move
Second
from
one's the best
Metroid,
That was good.
I conversed with Mike Minotti on Blue Sky, and I'd like to read that to you, get your guys' thoughts.
Mike was in a hard drive article. He was interviewed.
Yeah, I saw
see
that.
that?
That is really good. He says, what? He says, wait, the general reaction to Metroid Prime 4 trailer really, quote, this is underwhelming, or am I just reading a really bad Reddit thread?
You're reading a
To
really
which-
bad Reddit thread.
To which I responded, because here's the reason. We had a lively Discord chat today with a bunch of people in it, and there were several people there that were like, like it's Metroid, but they weren't that into it. So I responded, my Discord folks were half and half. Some were excited, others were pretty average on it. I said, ultimately, I just don't think folks that love Metroid will ever accept or fathom that a lot more people out there don't.
That's a good point.
I
That
just
is a
want
good
to
True or
point.
know. I just want to know why. Why? Like why?
Why what?
Why do people not want?
I'm not that into
Met-
Metroid.
I know you're not
Yeah,
into it, but
I'm
at
not.
least you've tried it, and like you're not sitting here shitting all over it.
Definitely
Like,
not. No, I would never do it.
you
I've
looked at
beaten
that-
most of them.
And you looked at that and you said, "Wow, that looks good."
Yeah,
right?
of course.
You
it
don't
looks
have
great.
to like it.
Yeah.
But you like I feel like it's just so overly negative. There's a lot of negative things you can say about this direct, but Metroid Prime 4 is not one of them. And I
Definitely
want to
not
know
one of
why.
them.
I want to
No,
know
I'm
why are people so negative about it?
Yeah, the next game is.
They should be praising that Nintendo is having some more mature type of games, like game franchises like that. Like everyone's always like, "Oh, Nintendo's so like kiddish and is only coming up with rated E for everyone games and Mario and Yoshi." Well, Metroid is like
It's our
their
gamer voice again.
Metroid is their most mature franchise that's still alive. So, they should be praising that.
Yeah.
Is Metroid like Nintendo's Horizon, or Horizon PlayStation's Metroid? Like maybe they're in the same boat where like they have a big they have a core group that loves them, but they do get a lot of criticism.
I just don't understand.
Maybe.
All right, definitely pass.
Pass.
Disney
Pass.
Villains Curse Cap. That was egregious. I saw a screen.
That
I was
shit
like,
looked
what
trash.
the fuck? Jack
that-
said, I said, that's a mobile game. Jack said, that's not even a mobile game. That's a Disney.com game, Dad.
Yes, that shit
And I
was
was like,
horrible.
it's facts.
As
Get that-
soon as like it changed from Metroid Prime to that, Josh just started cracking up. Like he was laughing
Just
louder
so
than
bad.
I could hear
Yes.
the
Just so bad. I was like, oh.
We know you guys like Metroid, but here's this fucking Disney game. You'll get this.
Listen, I
shit the
know
fuck off
Disney's
my
got
screen.
money, but sometimes you got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Like, this shouldn't even have been here, man. That
No,
was
get that
awful.
the fuck off my screen. That shit looked horrible.
Witchbrook, the next game from the makers
Johnny.
of Wargroove, is out this holiday.
Donnie, I screamed. Do you remember
Really?
this game?
No.
This was announced in 2016.
No way.
Yes,
Huh.
I have had this wish listed for probably since 17 or 18, like since 2018. And my friend
Sorry to
told
interrupt you. Riley's going on about that Disney game, and he says, available today. That is correct.
That
Please
bitch gonna
continue.
stay
Sorry.
available.
I screamed. me and my friend would talk about it every once in a while. Like I had it like wish listed and stuff, and I like would mention it one time, and he's like, Rebecca, that game's not real. Like that game is vaporware. Like this was announced. So Chucklefish is the publisher. They announced it right after Stardew Valley came out, riding off of the success of that game, because Chucklefish originally published Stardew Valley, and so they're like, we have this
makes
next game that is being worked on, and
Stardew Valley, but Harry Potter.
yes,
Yeah.
and people
Yeah.
were like, oh my god, like that looks amazing. It looks beautiful. Radio silence from then on, like complete radio silence.
That's crazy. That's a long time.
Long
They didn't-
time, and
they didn't
everyone's
have a
like,
That's
game.
like Last of Us 2, long time. That's a
Everyone's like-
long time.
where is this game? Like, where is it still being worked on? They're like, yeah, we're still working on it. And the
They meant to
development
say we
team,
started working on it.
the development team has a 4-day work week, no crunch policy, and something else.
Better get back to crunching.
where they are-
game's
yeah,
like
but-
8 years.
Yeah,
But
maybe crunch a little bit.
this is
Little
not.
steps.
This is not your type, little like indie type of life sim, farming sim, witch sim type of thing. Like this one's a big deal. I screamed when I saw it. I
I'm
couldn't
excited.
believe it.
Because I saw the Wario tweet of just the picture of the game, and I was like, art style looks great. And I go into Discord and I go, what is this, guys? And they go, it's a Harry Potter game that you play online with friends. And I went, oh, never mind. No,
It's
for me."
not Harry. That's not what it is. That's
Okay.
very.
It looks a little more to it than that.
Yeah.
All right.
From what I saw,
All right.
it looked cool. I'm not gonna lie, it did look cool. It looked interesting.
So you're all in, Rebecca.
I don't think it's coming out holiday 2025.
Oh, she's still not even. She can't even.
I
do
am
that.
not even sure it's gonna like
Switch 3.
I need to process this for a little bit. Johnny, this was the last thing that I would have said would appear in this direct. I would have said that they would show the next Mario Kart before they showed Witchbrook.
Witchbrook. Wow.
This
Wow.
is easily the biggest surprise for me. I cannot believe that this game is real.
Okay.
It's beautiful though. If
It does look good.
take a closer look at it. This is not quick shovelware type of,
Oh, I wouldn't mean it that way. I'm
No, but a
I'm
lot of
personally
people
not
are
into
saying
like the
that.
witch type stuff or in the multiplayer. It seemed like it has like a multiplayer focus, and that's just not my bag.
I don't think that's the focus.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll relook at it, or I'll wait for it to come out and then wait for your opinion.
Yeah, give it to
I look forward to
2026.
hearing about it in 2029.
I have my pinky toe in.
I could not believe it. That was like easily the biggest surprise.
I'm interested here. The Eternal Life of Goldman.
They just made a game based off my life. I appreciate it.
I don't even remember this one. I think
Smash.
my head was still.
Oh
spinning.
wow! I thought you guys were gonna quickly say, Pat. I think this game visually
Let me-
Looks great.
one of the
Remind
better
myself.
games, like one of the best games of the entire show. Like the game looks really good. Like I love the art style, and it's let's see here. How many platform games do you need to play as an elderly old, or how many platform games you get to play as an elderly old man with a cane? Not many, but that's exactly what the Eternal Life of Goldman is. A lovely looking cel shaded platformer in a steampunk style.
I must have been messaging people during this one about Witchbrook.
I will tell
'Cause
you,
I don't remember this.
it came and went very fast.
Yeah.
And I think that was a disservice to the game because, again, visually, it's one of the best looking games
Yeah,
in the
this
show.
is
It is.
beautiful.
And you
It's
know
beautiful.
I like games that like cartoons. That's my thing.
And you get to upgrade the cane. They were like, yeah, you get stuff up. I was like, I'm all in. Give me my old man platforming game. These knees
Very
are
inspired.
gonna get there. It
Very
looks
inspired.
great.
Yep.
So I'm all in on that one. That's a definite
What's
buy
it, a
for me.
platformer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks pretty. It looks like it could be pretty tough too. It looks, decent.
Uh,
You know.
I don't know if you know this, but the main character in DuckTales is an old duck.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, so it's kind of the same thing.
Gradius collection announced for its 40th anniversaries. Shmup fans rejoice. It comes with
Say that name again.
Gradius. Gradius.
I call it Gradius.
I call it Gradius.
Okay. Beloved Konami series with games from the Salamander franchise are bundled together in Gradius Origins. Releases August 7th.
Cool.
Smash or pass?
Pass.
I won't get it, but I like that they, are giving it some love for the 40th.
It's no defender.
I still really like this retro revival thing that Switch has
definitely like
going.
that.
So I like it. I'm for it. But yeah, I'm not into those games, so I won't be getting it. Guitar Hero spin-off, Crypt of the Necrodancer, out now in the eShop. Smash.
I'm gonna say Smash. I thought it looked cool.
Smash.
I've already bought it. I've already played it. It's fantastic. It's tough, and it's like it looks and plays great.
How much is it?
$20, and I think it's on like 10%. I think I paid like $17 or $18.
Oh, that's a good price.
That is good
I
price.
like that.
I think.
I have
I bought
not
a couple
played
games today.
Crypt of the Necrodancer. Josh is really into
This
Crypt
is
of the
different.
Necrodancer, and
Yeah, this-
he said that he doesn't like the idea of this, whereas I think I would like this more.
I like this more than
I do too.
than Cadence of Hyrule and Crypt of the Necrodancer, because it's not movement like it is Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like I never played this or anything like it, I guess, because as the notes came down and you hit them, some of them you hit and they don't like go away, like they bounce back and then come forward, and some of them dodge and like come fast. I was like, oh shit! Like my brain wasn't ready for the stuff that happened. I was like, wow, this is a little bit more involved. My biggest, I've played the game for maybe an hour. I was playing it right before we started. Like again, it looks and sounds great. The music's great. The visuals are great. There's a story mode. There's a daily challenge. It's tough. So if you're like, I don't really do rhythm games, like you might struggle. The thing that I would say is one thing that helped me a lot was I remapped the controls. So the controls are mapped to the D-pad and the face buttons, and you can use either one that you want. And there's like a left, up, right button. I remapped the left and the right controls to the D-pad to the left and the right triggers. So I could go left trigger, right trigger, and then just press the X button for the up. Because I don't like using the Joy-Con D-pad. Like I'm playing Switch Lite, of course. I don't want to use the Joy-Con D-pad. I don't want to hold the Switch like that for a long time. So if you start playing it, it maybe feels uncomfortable. If you're playing on a Switch Lite like me, maybe give that a try. And that definitely helped me. And then I really started to get into it. It's good. It's really good. I like it. Tamagotchi Plaza was revealed June 27th.
Pass.
Pass.
Pass, with the exception of seeing the old man breakdancing in it. Like, yeah, that guy's cool.
I also didn't know that it's Tamagotchi.
Yeah, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like
I've called it Tamagotchi for 30 years. I was like, what?
that is like the makers of the game. I don't know if you heard this. The makers of the game Balatro are like,
Balatro.
no, actually, it's Balatro. Like,
Balatro.
no, it's not. You're
Should've told
wrong.
them.
Listen, we've renamed your game.
Yes.
Like, thanks for the game, but you're wrong.
Listen, we don't care.
We don't care.
Ouchie.
Pokemon Legends ZA got another trailer. They talked about you can battle at nighttime. Again, no date.
I think it said it said late 2025.
Just 2025.
Can I say something?
You don't, want
The
me,
floor is yours.
you don't want me to say what I want to say.
You're lucky
This-
it's your birthday. Otherwise, I'd say no.
This made me less interested in it. This
I
trailer.
could see that. I could
Well-
understand that.
Well, then, but what I'm going to say won't surprise you. Pass.
Yeah.
Didn't look great to me.
Yeah.
Like the game, listen, I said it. My take from the get-go was the game doesn't look very good, but I'm interested in the
I'm
battle
starting to
system.
agree with you.
Like
I
I
don't
want
really know what you're supposed to do in this game. Like, what is the point? What is the goal?
I
Sneak up
think
on
they're
people and
selling us a
surprise them.
battle system. I really think they're like,
Sneak
listen,
up
we-
on them.
But that's not what I want out of the Legends side series. I feel
I
like
know.
the Legends side series would be to explore the lore of that location.
Nah.
yeah.
I was really hoping for a lot of lore about, and I'm sure there will be, but like really deep dive into Kalos and specifically Lumios. I don't get any French vibes out of Lumios. They showed the
XBS?
old man again.
We don't care.
Yeah, no, that's not. Again, thanks for the game, but you're wrong. It's ZA.
It's ZA.
Zah.
It's ZA.
Okay.
Legend ZA. That's what it is.
Nobody's saying ZA.
They can fuck right off with that. Absolutely.
Off is the direction you can fuck.
not. Yes, Riley. Pokemon is the correct
But
pronunciation.
it's like
for it.
I loved one of the reasons why I loved Legends Arceus was not just because of the mechanics, but because
Right.
they really did a ancient history of that region, and like cool
You like
things
the
like
lore.
how they made Pokeballs for the first time, and like, you know, building that relationship with Pokemon as your companions for the first time. Like, yeah, that lore, I feel like it's legends. Like, it's like why, you know, why things are. And I'm getting nothing out of why it's in Lumiose. Like this,
Yeah, they
it
threw
could have
that
been.
right
They
out the
could have.
window with this.
They could have made this anywhere, any location.
Yep.
Like, I want to know why Lumiose.
Yeah, they definitely threw all that out the window with this one.
Yeah.
That makes me very sad.
This
But yeah,
trailer,
the Z to A, the climbing levels from Z to A, like ranks, like okay, sure, but again, like what about the guy AZ? Like what about Z? What about what's the legend? Not Zekrom, Zoidberg. What's the green guy's
Zoidberg
name?
from
No.
Futurama?
oh,
Xerneas, Yedzold, and Zygarde.
Zygarde. There you
Oh.
go. She did it. She found it. I just thought the trailer was like it was like a nothing burger. It's like,
Yes.
why is this even here?
Yes.
They were like, it's nighttime and you can battle people. I'm like, kind of assumed that was already there, guys. Like I would have been more impressed if you made me a trailer to tell me that there wasn't a nighttime and you couldn't battle people. Like,
You can battle at night now. Like, okay.
yeah, that was in the last one.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, listen, Pokemon Za, you get to throw Pokeballs. Oh shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, it is pretty bad, and it is it's unfair that they can do this, and they do get criticism, but not nearly as much.
They should be
You
shamed.
know, like I feel like other game companies could not get away with this as a trailer.
100%.
Like this trailer
100%.
literally made me think, there's a chance that I might not buy this game.
That chance
I'm
is
still
very
in on
high
the
for me.
battle system. I really am. Like if they gave me a demo, I wouldn't buy it, but like I want to try it. I want
don't
to play
wanna
it.
I do
wanna
not
play
want to
it.
play it.
I'm
Let me
Just
know.
the whole I'm so there for let me move the Pokemon and do my attacks instead of just
I
press
like
a
that
menu
too.
button.
I like that too.
I'm so
but, like,
there for just that.
I want to know. I don't know.
I'm also hoping that it's more impressive on Switch too. I have not given that up yet.
If this was a Ubisoft game, we'd never hear the end of how trash this
Oh,
game
that's
looks.
facts. 100%.
Yo, we never hear the end of it.
No, not at all. People are 100%.
Yeah.
Rebecca,
This was the highlight.
Rhythm Heaven makes a comeback. Great news for Rhythm Action.
Nah.
Rhythm Heaven series. Rhythm Heaven Groove will be the first new game in this series in over 10 years. It's out in 2026.
That part made me cry.
All you gotta do, Rebecca, live one more year.
Like the number of things that they said are coming out in 2026 were like, me and Josh are like, do they know that there's like a new console coming this year?
Right. It definitely gives that like Wario Gold vibe. You're like, wait a minute. But again, I think all of us here actually believe this, but maybe the folks that aren't in tune with the Switch. I was talking with Dev last night about this direct, and the Switch 2 does not mean the end of the Switch 1.
Correct.
It may mean that the Switch 1 takes a back seat, gets a lot less games, but like I expect Nintendo to continue to publish games for Switch 1 for a couple of years at
Yeah.
At
least.
least 3
With
years.
the install
2-3
base,
years.
definitely.
Dev was thinking 3 years. I was thinking 2. Dev was like 3, maybe 4. And like there are
it might be
150 million of these fuckers.
I think
out
a lot of things will be
Yeah.
dual releases. Yeah.
there. Yeah. So, I'm so excited. I love Rhythm Heaven for a very personal reason. I got my wife into playing Rhythm Heaven with me on Wii, and it's one of the very first or few like video games that I gave her a controller and she took to. She's a music major, and I was like, listen, you just press the button and you do it with the time. And like we would trade the controller and play Rhythm Heaven, and we used to trade the 3DS and play Rhythm Heaven. So like I'm so excited that this is back. I haven't even got to show it to her yet.
Oh.
She's gonna be legit excited.
Now I have to admit that I have not really played enough Rhythm Heaven to call myself a fan or anything like that. I've really only played a little tiny bit of whichever one is on the 3DS.
Fever.
but since this is a well ways off, I'm probably gonna play through the entirety of the one on the 3DS. I know that I like it. I played enough to know that I like it, and I'm very excited that we're getting a new game.
I loved
really
watching
glad.
Jack's eyes when the trailer came up because the game is so like derpy jank,
It's so funny.
and it pops up, and I was like, "Oh shit, here we go!" And he was like looking at me and looking at the screen, like,
Like,
"Really? Like,
This
really?
is your king?
This is your king? Like, you get excited about this?" And I was like, "You don't even fucking know, kid. Like, you have no idea. Like,
And
this game is."
this is a perfect one to have, to keep supporting the Switch one,
Of course,
because
100%.
this isn't something that would necessarily be
No.
benefited to be on the
This
Switch
is
2.
Brain Age,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Box Boy, like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, this is the same thing.
this is a good
no
one to
problem.
have on the Switch one.
Yeah.
It is a lot like WarioWare, Hyrule.
It is. It's
Yeah.
WarioWare, but that's exactly what I told Jack. He was
It's
like, "What
just
is
more.
this?" I
It's
was like,
more rhythm.
"It's WarioWare, but music."
Yeah,
like it is that.
like WarioWare is like, it's like the mini game
ever
type
play
of things, but with
Parappa,
Yeah.
it's like
same
Parappa.
thing. It's like
Kick,
Parappa.
jump.
It's the same thing,
And it's
Uh,
cute and funny.
and it's funny. That's the funny thing.
Yes.
It's very comical. It's very humorous. There's a lot of charm.
You will
It's
smile.
very
when
funny.
you're
You will
playing it.
laugh.
Yep.
This is maybe, I think, the most interesting development of the day.
Okay, I need explanation on this because we were like
I've got it for you.
I
At
was
least I
talking
hope I
about
do.
it. Well, I don't know because we were talking about it and like we have misunderstandings about it, me and my friends.
So I guess we'll smash this one then.
Okay.
Virtual Game Card System has been revealed. Nintendo has announced a new system used for managing digital games, the Virtual Game Card System, will have players having to eject and load digital games they own, and also lets them use digital games on a second Switch system that they own, and even lend them out to other users that are connected via their family group. This came out afterwards. This was a response from a question from media. There's an important caveat. If you liked the way the old Nintendo digital games work today, just know that that is not going away. A Nintendo rep told GameFile when asked, "We think many people enjoy the benefits of the virtual game card, but it is an optional feature, and the original method can still be used." So there was in the Discord, and I saw on Blue Sky, a lot of people are like, "Wait a minute, are they changing it?" They're not. This is, I think, what they're doing is they're streamlining that now. But when we talk about that, Rebecca, ask me your questions.
So I was a little bit confused because take out the lending part because that's a separate
Sure.
question that I have.
Yeah.
What is a reason that I would want this? Why is this good for me?
Can I
Or-
answer
or
why is
anybody.
this good for people instead of
Yes.
just
Yeah,
you first?
yes.
All right. So
Don't
we have
count the lending because that's a
yeah,
separate.
we have a great use case for this in the Podern family, and that's Sean Capri. Sean's family has many Switches and many Switch profiles, and if he doesn't buy the games physically, it's hard to share the game because you've got to either share a profile and you can't log in at the same time. So Sean could buy a game digitally and then let Chelsea play it, let his kids play it.
I'm
Link
not
play
talking
it.
about lending it. Don't include that yet because that's a separate thing that I want to ask about.
Okay. So then just generally, I mean, if you're not lending and it's single, if you're not using multiple systems, this doesn't even really pertain to you. Doesn't even pertain to you. If you're a single Switch player and you have one system, this is null and void. Don't even look at it. It doesn't bother you. This doesn't impact you at all. You're just going to keep buying the games.
Okay, what
playing them
about
the way they are.
me? I have 2 Switches,
Sure.
but I can already download
Yeah, you can.
them on both.
There is one caveat. It's a little techie, but there is one caveat. You have a primary Switch system and you have a secondary Switch system.
Okay.
And and you may not even know which one it is, but that when you buy a game, hang on, when you buy a digital game today, it automatically downloads to one system, not the other, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that other system that it doesn't download to, that's your secondary system. And when you go to play a game that maybe you've downloaded to it, it checks online to see if you own that game. With this, you could eject and share it with the other system and you bypass that online check. So if you're out in the middle of the woods, you don't have internet, you could still play it. Now, I know that's a really acute thing that you would never do. That's not going to impact most people. But I think for families,
Sure.
that's really important.
Okay. So
Yes.
now going over to the lending thing. I think
Yep.
I grossly misunderstood the lending part of it because
So many
I'm
people did.
I'm arguing with a friend, and I think maybe I'm probably wrong. And you even wrote here that are connected via a family group, but then they said something about over local wireless.
Only local wireless. So your online 8 group that you all share NSO and not pay anything for,
lend
you
games
can't
to each
game
other.
share. You have to be in local proximity together.
And they have to be in your family group,
and they have to be in your family group.
and
Both.
So me and Josh are not in the same family group.
Then you can't do it.
Well, that's
Looks like
correct.
you guys about to start a family plan.
Yeah.
No, because I'm already in
Or you could just
one.
share profiles.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
put your
we've been
profile
doing.
and his. That's what
what
Jack
we've been
and I
doing.
do.
Yeah.
So as Jack and I were sitting down, like, I still think I prefer the old way than this way because this way just looks like very micromanaging per game. I don't want to do all that. But to put it in Jack's perspective, I have hundreds of digital games, right? When Jack was playing Switch a lot, he would have to play those games on my profile because his profile didn't own the game. This would get around that. He could play my games on his profile on his system, get his own, achievements or stats or whatever, right? This would bypass that. So, like, again, going back to Sean, for a family where you live together and you're like, or roommates, this, I think, is a big deal. And I don't know if Sean's still here, but I bet this was like the biggest thing for Sean in this whole direct. I bet he's like, this is the thing I've always wanted.
Well, I'm glad about that then.
My other point that I would like to make about this idea is this is one of those we never could have predicted Nintendo-isms. I think, like, everybody knows, a lot of people complain, Sean included, I keep using him to make my example. There have been a lot of people who've complained about family sharing on Switch because you have a household of devices, right? You want multiple kids. Not everybody wants to buy the same game twice. That makes sense. So people have complained about not having some sort of sharing thing.
Yeah, I get that.
But I think most gamers have accepted that just wouldn't be the case. They're like, yeah, it sucks, but what are you going to do? This is how it's always been. Here is Nintendo out of nowhere just being like, actually, we've got something for that. And it's a little weird. It's a little but they're like, I don't think they had to do this. Now I'm going to say this to say the next thing. When I first saw this news and I saw the screenshots, the first thing that immediately hit my brain is we are not that far away from a digital only SKU. I don't know if that's a launch thing. I don't think it is, but like this whole thing, I'm like, uh-oh. I don't want to say uh-oh. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but do we get a digital, like, is the Switch Lite digital only? Do we get a digital only SKU at some point?
I don't think we will, but I do think this is a sign that they are encouraging digital purchases.
Because this would be what you would do this. So it's like the opposite Xbox. Like Xbox would tell you that they want to do this, and then 4 years later get it done. Nintendo would be like, we've done this, and everybody's like, why did you do this? And then at some point they go, this is digital only now, and everybody's like, oh. Like once if we all get used to sharing digital titles and it becomes a part of the nature, then they make that choice, and then like people aren't so upset about it. It's kind of like where my brain immediately went to. I think I'm wrong. I do think this is aimed at families. This is a solution for people that have 4 Switches and 4 people playing games. I think that's what this is. But I couldn't let that go without saying it. Like when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, we might be getting a digital only thing at some point.
I would have preferred the flip side, the very opposite of this, where you take your physical games and it makes them digital, for
then the cart
a
doesn't work
time, so
anymore?
that you
Oh,
don't,
okay.
not so the card doesn't work anymore, but like that you can play the physical games
couldn't
that
do
you
that.
have without.
I also, I did wonder when I was watching the direct and kind of seeing how it works, I was wondering if this was a way of maybe getting around, or maybe this is the beginning of like new security checks on software that you're running on Switch.
Maybe.
If they can get people using this, like maybe this is a way of fighting piracy.
That's a good point.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
I was very interested, but I don't know how it benefits me at all. But I'm very glad that it benefits a lot of like families or people that have like.
Because like if you dump a ROM onto your Switch, I mean, obviously you could probably be offline forever and it not be a problem. But if you go online, like, could the Switch recognize that you don't own that game?
Right.
Like, is there something with this digital card thing that's running in the background that like maybe none of us will ever actually know, but maybe they're testing off of that? Like the programmer in me wonders, like, is there more here than meets the eye? So
That's too bad that I can't lend within my family group if it's like over.
that
Wi-Fi.
seemed to be the original take, is everybody thought like Steam family sharing came to Switch, which would be a wild development. Like if you could just pair up with 8 people and send each other games, like that would be crazy. But yeah, sadly that is not the case.
I wish that was the case.
When I didn't get to watch the direct, so I was following the news in Discord, which by the way, Garrett jumped in the Discord chat, Rebecca, and he was like, I'm going to live react to this whole thing. And I was like, that's great. I can just watch Garrett. He was terrible at this. He posted, he was like, the thing started, he goes, all right, like all caps. And I was like, what? And he went, what did he say? He said DQ, which I knew he meant Dragon. I was like, was Dairy Queen? Like, say something. Like, I was like,
Wait,
good one?
Did he think that you were also watching it?
No. I told him I wasn't. But like he went DQ, and I was like, a good one or a bad one? Like, because it was like,
say, or like a new one, or yeah.
right? I was like, are we talking like Dragon Quest Monsters or like Dragon Quest 12? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I was like,
Dairy
do
Queen.
better.
I'm telling
If you're
you
gonna
that.
give me live reporting, I need you to do better.
See? Not everybody
I
can
love
do
him
what
though.
Donnie
It was
does.
very funny. Watching the people like get excited, like that's how it came across the wire. Like in Discord, people were like, game sharing, and then somebody was like, only for family plan. I was like, I'm not even in a family plan. Fuck, I gotta get a family plan.
Gotta find a family.
I was like, I got real excited for a moment.
Maybe they also want to sell more family plans because they're more expensive than
It's possible.
than other ones. Even if you're in like 2 people that you want to share with, like two
Yeah.
gamers in the household. Well, you got to get the family
Yeah,
plan.
you gotta get the family plan. Yeah, that makes sense. High on Life is heading to Switch. The former Xbox exclusive comes out May 6th.
Pass.
Pass.
Yes,
I don't
it's an old
care.
game. All right, the next couple games were in a sizzle reel. I'm going to read them all at once. Adventure game Luz Lagoon, King of Meat, which they said was a Splatoon-like game. It didn't really look like Splatoon at all to me. The Wandering Village, and then that game I played, Star Overdrive, which has the demo.
I just want
I'm going to pass on all of these.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember any of them.
Here's what I want to say. I do have an opinion about the sizzle reel. I think this was the worst sizzle reel I've ever seen in one of these video game shows.
Look, I would agree, but it had King of Meat in it, so
You're all about the King of Meat. We can always rely on Delvin to go back to home base. Like
goddamn
he's got one speed. He always finds his way back.
right back.
Dude, the games in the sizzle reel visually looked awful. Like
don't
even
remember.
High on Life, like really low res chop. I was like, goodness. Like we were watching it and I was like, I literally looked at Jack and I was like, thank God we're getting a Switch 2 soon. Like we've really reached it. Like these look bad. Really
They did
bad.
look bad. They look
Really bad. Ugh.
That's why they were in the sizzle reel.
Yeah, that's why they were quick. Like, don't look too long. Don't pay too close attention.
That's
Fantasy Life out May 21st. Pass.
pass.
That was the one that I thought.
Right.
The Story of Seasons was.
It's the same game.
Same.
I might have been interested in this last year.
Yeah. Monument Valley is heading to Switch. The first 2 games launch April 15th, and a third game was announced out this summer.
I appreciate that you skipped the other one because you knew you were going to say pass on that shit.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. No. I want to go back because really? I am. Put a hold on that. Put a pin in that one. Are you passing on Monument Valley?
No, Saga Frontier.
Both of you are passing on Saga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks pretty. Yeah.
I honestly thought Rebecca would have been all in. The whole Chrono Trigger
She is
Live Alive thing, it's got that style, the RPG. I thought you'd love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong. The kids love Monument Valley. It's been an Apple Arcade mobile game for many, many years. The third game is a big deal. I've never played it. I've heard about this game for a long time. I'm just not that into these sort of puzzle games, but For a lot of
Heart
for
is
some-
good.
for some people. Yeah, they're like
I
award
thought it.
winning.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was on Switch already. I saw this. I was like, is there a new one?
Yeah, well, there is a new one, but no trailer there. All right, I want you guys to lower the volume on your headphones because motherfucking everybody's golf Hot Shots was announced.
I said
saw that,
Donnie
baby.
game. I literally
Holy
said Donnie
shit!
game in my chat.
Again, coming in with the lowest of expectations, and I'm sitting in Discord, and this was like right when I was about to go up. I had to do a presentation. I want to point the time. It was like maybe like 10:45 ish. Like I was just about to go. I was like, I literally in the Discord, I was like, all right, guys, I gotta go. And people were like, Hot Shots. I was like, no, don't do this. Right? What? What the fuck? I was like, don't play with me. They're like, it's real. It's Hot Shots. I was like, fuck.
Oh
Great.
my god.
So I was presenting and like I was like up at the podium. I'm gonna paint you guys a picture. I'm up at the podium.
Fastest presentation ever.
I've got the PowerPoint behind me. I'm reading the PowerPoint and like in between breaths, or like if somebody asked a question, instead of listening, I'd like kind of look at my phone and I'm like, and I'm like, what was that again? I'm sorry. Yeah. I've got a couple things I want to say about this. One, the screen, like the stills, like the Wario, the tweet and everything, I was like, awesome, fucking Hot Shots back. I watched the trailer. I've got some questions with the trailer. Did not look great. Pretty clippy and stuff. Now, it's got time. We don't have a release date. It's just out sometime this year.
Yes.
All right. So I want to focus on this game, and then I want to talk about something else related to this game.
Okay.
I want to know, is this a budget game? Because the last, I would say, quote unquote, Hot Shots, that Clap Hands golf game that we came out with on Switch, that was a mobile game. This kind of looks like a mobile game. Is this a $60 game? Because if this is a $60 game, we got a problem.
It's probably 40 or 50.
I was thinking 40.
I think it needs to be like 20. If this is it.
It won't be 20.
If it gets better, sure. But like if this is it, like, I need a little bit more here.
Budget's 40.
I'm hoping that this is just, I don't want to say like an early look, but I'm hoping by the time this game comes out, it looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
This is back to basics Hot Shots. Like this is Hot Shots Golf, not like some spin-off, not some mobile weird thing. I'm not going to go into all the reasons why Clap Hands Golf was like, I like Clap Hands Golf, but like it's fucking weird. It's not like Hot Shots. This is Hot Shots. The music's back. The characters are back. Like the moment I heard the song, I was like, I'm all in. Like this is all I've ever wanted. So barring the price and whatnot, like I'm going to buy it anyway. If it was $80, I'd probably buy it, but I'd be upset about it. There's an interesting story here because Hot Shots is a Sony-owned IP.
Correct.
As is Horizon, which they lent out to Lego and put that on Switch. As is Freedom Wars, which has found its way to Switch. As is Patapon, which just found its way to Switch. So Sony seems to be very content with licensing out the game IP that they are no longer using to other developers to put out, and they seem to be very happy to put those games out on Switch. And I wonder, is that to judge demand for games that they're thinking of maybe making a portable, or do they just think they can make a really nice quick buck on Switch and not have to make their own portable?
Both.
Both, perhaps?
Perhaps both, yeah.
Delvin, you and I have talked about this a lot on PSVG because we've been talking about rumors for a couple years now that PlayStation wants to make a handheld. I keep putting out the idea of like, why? Let Switch be the handheld. Like,
Yeah.
Nintendo's already made the handheld. They're driving the install base. Just piggyback off that ride. Sell games there.
It would make sense. Either do that or do what Xbox is doing.
I don't think this represents that because obviously they're not making these games. Bandai's making these games.
Yeah.
But like I'm wondering if this is like maybe a test.
It would be smart,
Do you
honestly
think
speaking.
maybe they bring like some of their like Little Big Planet, Astrobot
good one.
thing. Like, do you why not port those over?
If you
Anything
can.
that they're porting to PC, why not bring them to Switch?
I was going to say that exact same thing. Just port all those old
Why
PC
not?
games to Switch, and it will give it a whole new life. Just like it
They've
did to
already
PC.
come out. You can sell them for full price. You can make more money. Why not?
Yeah, Spider-Man on Switch. Here you go. People go crazy for it.
sadly, I have to say it. Poor Xbox.
Yeah.
None of these games are coming to Xbox.
Absolutely not.
PlayStation's literally putting them anywhere but in Xbox.
Yeah.
They're like, you play the show on a toaster, a phone, on your PC, on your Switch. Xbox fans are like, can you give us Spider? Go fuck yourselves. Like,
Yeah, absolutely not.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Go
they don't-
play your fucking Halo.
That's their competitor. They
Which
don't
we will
see
have.
these other guys as their competitor.
I don't want to get people excited, but like, do you have any idea how much gangbusters Astro would do on Switch?
Oh, it would do crazy.
If you let Switch 2 get out of the gate and sell 20, 30, 40 million units and then put Astrobot on it, it could like double or triple the PlayStation sales of that game.
Yeah.
You know, it could crush what that game sold on PlayStation.
People would go crazy for it.
So I'm interested. I don't like. Obviously, a few years ago, Sony closed Japan Studio, and now they seemingly are revitalizing all of those games with other developers and then putting them on Nintendo. It's a weird development. I didn't have that on my bingo card.
Yeah. It's working.
Yeah.
Like it might work. So, hey. I ain't
right.
mad at it.
I won't keep going. We'll just call it there.
Smash!
Streets of Rage 4 dev is making a
Fucking
Marvel beat 'em up game
Smash! Let's fucking go!
called Marvel Comic Invasion. Players can take control of Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America, and others as a side-scrolling 16-bit beat 'em up. Comes out holiday 2025.
I'm hyped for this. Why don't they make more games like this? Keep making this
Very-
type of shit.
Very happy
Delvin,
for you.
when I saw the Discord, there was a Marvel game. I opened Blue Sky and somebody said it was an XCOM game, and I was like, never mind.
No.
And then I watched the direct and I go, oh, I think they said they either wrote X-Men or made mistaken and should have wrote, like, this looks awesome.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I'm
My only
excited.
question is, can I play as Iron Man? Because I didn't see him in the trailer.
I
at
think
all.
he's in the game.
I hope so.
I'll be surprised if he's not in the game. I think they said it's 17 characters altogether.
Okay. I'm all in,
So-
buddy.
Yeah. Iron Man, give me Black Panther, give me all of them.
And that's a
hyped.
surprise for me. I'm not the Marvel guy, but I'm all in. This game, me and Jack both, I was like, that shit looks dope, though. We need to get that game. I love a good beat 'em up. I'm here for it.
Yeah. 4 players.
Yeah.
I might actually play with some of you people.
Is it co-op? Like, can we do the campaign
Yes.
together?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to do that. Me, you, and Dev have got to do that.
Yes.
Time to get the old Gears Hive Busters crew back together. One more ride.
Damn. One more ride, baby. I'm all in on this.
It's very
Oh,
good.
they look good.
It looks
Rebecca, you
great.
should play with us. Be rogue.
You gonna smash?
Storm.
Sorry.
You don't want to smash Wolverine?
I don't like superheroes.
It's a beat 'em up. Don't break my heart on your birthday, Rebecca. Break it on mine.
You're breaking my heart on your birthday.
Oh,
That's true.
that is a good point. Touche.
Tamagotchi Life is back and it's out in 2026.
Can I say that one of my friends popped off so hard for this? The whole direct, he was saying, come on, I just wish that they would bring back Tamagotchi Life. Like, when are we getting a Tamagotchi Life? When we got the Tamagotchi game
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi. He was like, man, it could have been Tamagotchi Life. It could have been. And then when the screen popped up, I saw the palm tree and the beach and stuff. And I turned to Josh and I sat up and I'm like, is this Animal Crossing?
He said
And then
no.
it like panned backwards and I'm like,
Animal
this is
Crossing is a
Animal
Switch
Crossing.
1 only game.
With, like, a bee.
7.
Absolutely
And
not.
then Matthew started popping off and I'm like, you know what? I'm so happy for him. This is his day. He's very, very happy.
D Life says hard pass. I'm here to tell you. Smash.
Yeah.
Ooh.
it's fine.
Real ones know. Tamagotchi Life. I can't wait. Here's the thing. I can't wait to show this to my daughter. Because 10 years ago when I bought her a 3DS,
That was probably
she
one of her childhood games.
fucking loved this game. Now I have questions, Rebecca. Maybe you can help me answer them.
Okay.
I'm not a Tamagotchi person.
Because I feel like
I tried
it's
it on
not-
the 3DS and I hated it.
It's really not that. It's not so much the game. I may be out of the loop on how things are working on Switch in this realm. How does this work without Street Pass and Me Plaza? I don't have a giant collection of Miis, I don't think, and I don't think you can on my Switch to put into this game
I think
and
you
make
just
funny memes out of.
Probably make them in the
In the game?
Probably.
I'm not going to make them all. I need people to make them for me. Where's Barack Obama and Vader?
Yeah.
Like, how do I not get Reggie Fils-Aimé in the game so I can make stupid memes with my friends? That's the whole point of this game.
Yeah.
This game is Gen Z TikTok the game.
Let me
Uh-oh.
ask Matthew, and I'll get back to you.
That
He'll-
was
I'm
my
sure he'll know.
only question. I was like, how does this work without Street Pass? Like,
Maybe you'll be
maybe-
able. I bet you'll be able to share him with a code. Because what about that other game? There was not Tamagotchi.
Miitomo?
No, it's the other one on the Switch, where people were making like the crazy
I thought it was
creations with
Miitomo.
them. No, that Miitomo was the app. That was the app. It was Miitopia.
Miitopia. Yeah. Sorry. Same thing.
They share. It's not the same thing. They shared them, I think, with a code. You'd use a code.
That also
Sure,
just
online.
doesn't feel like it was it felt like Tamagotchi Life on 3DS was like an extension of Street Pass. Like you could just open the game and shit was just there. Just like Mario Golf. Like I had all those same Miis. I had Ice Cube in my Mario Golf game. Like, like you know, like that's how it's supposed to be. That's what made that shit funny. And I just worry about that. So like, I don't know, maybe campus, like something like that's my only question. But I can't wait to show this to Victoria. And I asked
on
Jack,
campus on the Switch 1.
I was like, do you remember this at all? And Jack was like, he looked at me like disgusted. He was like, what the hell is even this? I was like, I know you won't believe this. I was like, 5-year-old you thought this was the funniest shit.
He
you've ever
remembers. He
seen.
just didn't want to admit that he remembered.
I was like, and here's the thing, it was funny. They would bring me these little clips and me like it was hilarious. The shit that they would come up with. So yeah, I'm in Smash.
Good. Not for me. I'm very glad. Very happy for you.
The final thing, the one last thing to cap off this incredible video presentation.
They really didn't need to make it a big spectacle like this. They got a lot of people excited.
Yeah.
Is the Nintendo Today app.
Pass.
It's called Nintendo Today and will be available after the upcoming Switch 2 Direct in April. Shigeru
Nope, it's
Miyamoto
available
revealed
now.
the app.
No,
It is available now. I've already
Right now.
downloaded
Yep.
it. Which will let users keep up to date with the latest Nintendo news and keep track of future events and games. After the Switch 2 Direct, the app will also deliver news on the highly anticipated console daily. That's the only reason I downloaded it. I was like, maybe there's something there. Maybe they'll throw something out that we like will catch people off guard. I don't know. I'm going to download it.
This is their way of saying we are jumping ship and getting off of Twitter at our earliest convenience.
Yeah.
That's
Probably.
probably not wrong.
Also, I would like everyone to know that it does wish you a happy birthday in the app on your
Did
birthday.
you do, you did Animal Crossing. I did Zelda, of course.
It says happy birthday.
So I don't hate it. I'm wondering, do you think, is this maybe, okay, check me here, Rebecca, if I'm getting too optimistic. Do you think they might push out any, like, rewards or something to reward you for checking? Like, here's a free Pokemon card or a DLC code or
They
a
should
sticker
give you
or
an alarm
something.
off.
Do you think they'll do something like that with this?
Yes.
My
Here's
biggest...
Alarmo, the phone version.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd rather have that than the actual Alarmo. My other thing that I thought about this is they really are turning our fucking phones into Wiis, aren't they? Here's your news channel. Here's your weather channel. Here's your music channel. It's like, how many damn of these spin-off apps? Like,
I like that they're separate apps because there's some apps that I really just don't care about or want. And like the Switch Online app is just for online things.
for now.
So it's different. And what do you mean for now? The Switch
I keep
Online
pushing. I keep pushing the idea that I think they're gonna. I was talking about it last night with Dev. That's the only reason I bring it up. I'm never gonna let this go until Miyamoto says, "Donnie, it's never happening." Bold prediction ahead of the Switch 2 launch. Bold prediction: by the end of the Switch 2's life cycle, Nintendo will extend Nintendo Switch Online, the game service, to mobile devices.
Okay.
That's my bold prediction. I think they're going to make either a controller holder for your phone, or they'll do touchscreen. And I think you're going to be able to like NES Mario and Link to the Past and shit on your phone as long as you buy the subscription. I think it just makes a ton of sense money-wise. And I think you could roll they could roll like their mobile games into it. And they could bring their mobile titles into Nintendo Switch Online, give you free perks, give you free booster pack. Like there's so much cross pollination that they can do and make a lot of money without impacting their Switch business. I think they're going to do it. And I keep
Makes sense.
looking at every step that they take to continue pushing out like mobile stuff. I see it as another step on that path. But maybe my head's just in the clouds. But I can't let go of it. It just seems like easy money. It's just easy money. Like they could just do it. Like they could just do it. Like is anybody gonna care if the N64 and NES and Super Nintendo games are on your phone? You can already play them on your phone. You can emulate them. Like just you already have a Switch Online. Just let Nintendo do it. Nobody cares, right?
I agree,
Nintendo
yeah.
cares.
Well, I think
Mario cares.
Nintendo wants to put Nintendo games in the hands of 100 million, 200 million people. They want that. They want to reach kids and get them out of Roblox and get them into Nintendo Switch Online. And they want to serve them Breath of the Wild advertising and Splatoon and they want to do that. So I think this is all on that road. I think this is all pointing in that future.
Mm.
Anything else about the Direct? Because we have a couple more news stories before we get out of here and a couple questions.
Where's Wind Waker?
On the Wii U.
Yes.
On my Steam Deck, actually.
Yeah, on mine too.
There you go.
Where's Metroid Prime 2 and 3?
I'll raise you one. And not that I've nothing. I would never say anything wrong against Nate the Hades. Never led us astray. But where's Kirby Planet Robot? That was a shoe-in. Said it for months. It was absolutely happening. Nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Did he perhaps
Maybe we don't
get
trust Nate.
Did he perhaps get fed misinformation?
Huh?
Something to think about.
He wasn't wrong about today.
I didn't catch his podcast. I saw it was out, but we were already recording. so
No, I
didn't get a
don't
chance.
mean I like that there was going to be a direct
listen to
today.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was right about that.
Where's nobody said this was going to happen. My Pikmin 4 DLC.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah,
Might be over
that's a
that.
thing. All right, Delvin, these are for you.
Okay.
Some Switch 2 news has surfaced in light of today's Direct. The virtual card thing, the virtual digital game thing, on their website, in the fine print, it reads, and I quote, Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games and Nintendo Switch 2 edition games can only be loaded on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Huh.
Upgrades confirmed.
Definitely confirmed.
Now we
The
have to know, do we have
wording-
to pay for them?
The wording of Nintendo Switch 2 edition games with the capital E.
They specifically separated those two.
The
There
capital
will be
E.
exclusive Switch 2 games, and then there's Switch 2 edition games. I only read that as we're gonna have to pay for game upgrades.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to update our version of Breath of the Wild to Switch 2 edition Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and so on and so forth.
Well, this would probably, maybe this leads into your Metroid Prime 4 thing. Like, you can buy the regular
I want
version.
Prime 4 on the Switch 2.
I have a very good idea for this. Can I pitch you something?
Of course.
All Switch 2 game upgrades are free if you're an NSO member.
Ooh.
You heard it here first. I think that's easy money for Nintendo.
That is.
Because
But
if they sell
then
it, if
you
they
could
sell
just
it,
do a $5, of the month. Just do all of your ones in 1 month.
but then they take them away. I think that's fine. That's okay. Because I think it's
You
better.
can only,
The chance,
you can only play them upgraded.
the chance
when
is
you're...
more than likely that you'll keep it.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Let's say they piecemeal it. It's $5 or $10. What does PlayStation charge? It was $10 a game to upgrade.
$10.
So if you did $10 and like somebody like me or us, I know we're the hardcore. I've got hundreds of games. I'm not a good example. Somebody's got 20 games. It's fucking $200 to upgrade all those games.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Or
Most people won't.
you go, are you an NSO member? You ever thought about it? How about you just do that and they're free?
Those people
Yeah.
probably aren't going to upgrade their games anyway. Those people
Let
don't
me-
really care. They already have the game. What's it to them that they're
Let
gonna...
me ask you this: if they wanted to raise the price of NSO $20 per tier, would that be worth it to you if they gave you all the upgrades for free?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would, right?
Yeah.
Like when I saw that, I was like, God, this makes so much fucking sense. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but if I ran Nintendo, shout out to Bobby Balls,
Yep.
that's exactly what I would fucking do.
But not
I'd
every
like-
game is going to have this upgrade.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I do wonder if some will be free and others will be costs. And like, I wonder a lot about third party because I could see third parties trying to do this and then just nobody buying it. Like, I think a lot of people are like, I'm fine with the way the Switch One version of Prince of Persia was. Like, I don't need to give you $10 Ubisoft. You know, like I wonder about that stuff too. But like, honestly, I think if you just tied in NSO as a perk, just like they used to do with the DLC, that's where I came up with the idea.
I know. I
Then-
want more perks.
Yeah, just tied in as a perk. That's easy. It's easy money, and it keeps people around. Like that's one thing I would never not subscribe to Nintendo Online for. I would keep it indefinitely. I'd be like, oh, I'm never canceling this now, because all of my games are now upgraded.
Yeah. Yep. Especially
my
if they
idea.
went away if you weren't subscribed anymore.
Yep,
Makes sense to me.
just my idea.
Yeah. I'd do it.
The C button confirmed in the Nintendo Today app. There was a picture of the Nintendo Switch 2, and that C button was fucking on that Joy-Con.
Even though it wasn't in the original trailer,
Right.
right?
Yeah, that got through. That got through
me.
marketing legal somehow.
Let me look. I need to look for it.
So yeah, C button confirmed. We still don't know what it does. Still don't know what it means, but it's definitely
it's
a C button.
in the app
It's
or in the
app, and I think
promo
it's-
images.
It's in the app, and I think it's on the website.
I don't
I think so, too.
There was a picture of a Switch 2, and if you zoomed in on the picture, it's clear as day that C button is there, and it is a C button.
Okay.
So
I mean, we be new.
yeah, we knew, but confirmed. Switch 2 pre-orders begin on April 2nd, according to Best Buy Canada.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will all be there, not Delvin,
No. absolutely not.
refreshing and trying to get one.
Maybe.
Delvin, you're breaking my heart.
You're fucking you're breaking up the band, Yoko.
Captain Awesome says Donnie scares me sometimes with his monetization ideas.
Yeah.
You ever consider going into
Nintendo.
marketing?
Nintendo, looking for a job, buddy. I'm like, listen, I know how to get these fuckers to pay. That's it, guys.
Why do we only have 3 questions? What is wrong
We didn't
with
get
you
any.
guys?
I retweeted and tweeted, and we didn't get any questions today.
They didn't expect much from this direct.
It's okay. They're saving them for next week.
And they're all here. They're just here chilling.
Yeah. They're saving them for next week. It's fine.
My lasting impression before we get into questions is that this direct, I went in with the lowest of expectations. I definitely thought we were going to get a lot of like fodder and filler, and we did. But we got a lot of things that I never would have expected. And like for this to be, I think, Rebecca, this is to your point you've already made. If this is the going out of business sale direct for Switch 1, that's not too damn bad.
It's
like
really
28
not.
games, like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's not
it's
bad.
not too damn bad.
Especially 2 of them coming out in 2026.
Some of you weren't around for the Wii U, and it shows.
This was a normal direct in the middle of the Wii U's lifespan.
This would have been a great director in the Wii U. So that's my lasting thought.
On Blue Sky right now, there's an image of somebody's Nintendo Direct bingo card that they posted yesterday. All of the slots say Rhythm Heaven, and all of the bottom row says Tomodachi Life.
Nice, nailed it.
Got it.
I'm so excited for Rhythm Heaven. Like
Me too.
I want people. I know people won't, but I implore you to buy it.
Yeah,
Buy Rhythm Heaven. It's a series we should support and we need more of.
I'm gonna play the 3DS one. I'm gonna make Josh play it with me, and we're gonna play it together and just play through the whole thing. Because I gotta get him on board. I got him on board with WarioWare, now I gotta get him on board with this.
Yeah, change it. Like what Melissa and I would do is if somebody died a script, we'd just flip flop, pass
Yeah.
some controllers. Super fun, great couple game.
All right, I might throw my voice out with all these questions, reading all of them. So starting with Shiv, he wants to know, I see it as laying the groundwork for a future where physical is less and less common, thinking about how to make it as similar to physical as possible so it's easier for people to swallow. Shiv, that's not even a question.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I did ask for comments or questions.
Wow.
As
So we
I
have
always do.
two questions.
We have less than we thought. Shiv, I understand why somebody would take that take. Like it may not be true, but it's definitely plausible.
It
We're in
is.
the realms of reality on that one. So
And I don't even think that's something Nintendo necessarily wants, but I feel like
they
they're
sell a lot of physical games.
I was
they're
gonna say that.
bracing for what is kind of naturally happening in the future.
I
Like
agree.
I think they're seeing stores go away.
Correct.
They're seeing people, not buy DVDs or
The
Blu-ray
digital share is
anymore.
going up year over year. It's
They're
going up
seeing
and up.
people streaming instead of
Mhm.
purchasing.
Mainstream
Um,
stores not carrying stuff anymore.
So I don't even think they necessarily are like pro, all digital. I think maybe they will like it because they can charge whatever they want and people don't have to like wait for sales.
I still think it's really cool that they're doing it. And there's no other console doing this. I think that's lost in this a little bit. It's like you can't do this on your PlayStation. You can't have 3 PlayStations and send your Delvin Jr. a game you own and let him play it.
Yeah.
You have to share accounts and stuff, home and away, and it's pretty neat that they were just like, yeah, we're gonna do this. It's kind of cool.
It is cool.
It's like a techie thing that I wouldn't expect from Nintendo,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like, still like clunky and very Nintendo. Like they show you the app and they're like, you can eject a digital. I'm like, what the fuck? Eject the digital? Why can't all of my games just exist on both?
For a second, I almost thought that it was going to be what you were wishing for, Donnie, where you can have all your games on like one SD card or like something that was going to be equivalent
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it would be cool if this ever could, and I know they would never, but I think gamers have always wanted since the digital landscape. It'd be cool if I could actually like sell or trade a digital game.
Yeah.
Like if I could just give Delvin a game that I'm no longer going to play. Like I'm
That would
done
be
with
cool.
it. I don't play anymore. Here you go, Delvin. It's just your key now. It's like I can transfer ownership of it to you.
Yeah.
Like I can with a physical disc,
Yeah.
Selling
it would be really dope.
Yeah, if you're done with the game and you could sell it and you could get some money out of it, you put it on eBay and transfer it to them, like something like that would be. I think that's where a lot of people, physical people, are like, wait a minute, like, why am I going to give you the same price for a game that I have zero control over?
That would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
I also think that I wish that I could gift people just digital games, like not even
Yeah.
something that I own, but just let me gift it to them.
Yep.
I hope we see that on the next eShop. Kyle the Pug
Fuck you, Cotterpug.
asks us, apart from the major announcements like Metroid, Pokemon, Dragon Quest, do you think
Pokemon's a
this
stretch.
do you think this Direct was an appetizer of what's to come for next week's Switch 2 Direct? Do you see the major announcements being Switch 2 compatible? Yes and yes.
Yes.
Interesting that they pulled that game card thing in this Direct and not the next one.
That is interesting.
I understand that it's coming to Switch 1 and everything. It just feels like a next gen thing that they're doing. Like you wait to the very end here to like announce that. It's interesting.
Maybe they got some more surprises.
I
Big
definitely
ones.
think they've got a lot more in next week's show.
Like, we
and they're
don't wanna
like
put
trying
this-
to get this stuff
Yeah, maybe
out of
it'll
here.
tie in somehow.
They're like, we don't have enough time. We got to get some of this stuff out of here.
Yeah.
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 Do we know how long the one next week is going to be? Did they say a time?
I don't know that. I also don't know if they actually said that. I don't know if they've given us that.
Because
I don't
usually
know.
they do, and for this one they said
You're right.
they said 30
usually do.
minutes. It was a
Yeah.
little bit more than 30 minutes. Do we expect it to be 45 minutes? Do we expect it to be
I was thinking an hour.
an
Yeah, I was
hour?
thinking at least an hour. Because they got to talk about the system. They got to price the system, date the system, talk about the games. They're going to want to highlight their games, and they're going to want to highlight third-party games. Which actually now that we're recording, I wasn't going to talk about this because we weren't going to have a show. But did you guys see the rumors about the phases that
I saw that.
inside gaming? I was like, what the fuck
stupid.
is
It's
this
stupid.
about?
Don't even entertain it. It's stupid.
All right. Fair enough.
It's a bunch of nonsense.
Pass.
I agree.
Pass. Drew asks, what other games do you want Sony to bring to Switch? All of
Well,
them.
PSXP chair.
You know what?
Sly Cooper.
That's a good
Hey,
one.
that's a good one.
I was gonna say the Uncharted series.
That would be dope, but I would imagine that.
Switch to exclusive. They're not
Would be
doing anything with it now. Just
Yeah, I know you're right, and they've already put it on Steam and stuff. So like, I get you, but also like it just feels like it's like it's a little greedy. It's like we got a Lego game and Hot
Here's
Shots,
Lego.
and it's like here's The Last of Us. It's like okay, I think we got to get there for a minute.
that's why I say Uncharted, because I feel like
Sure.
Last of Us might be a little too much.
Last of Us
Uncharted-
is the one though because of the TV show, and I'm like that'd be the
Yes.
one. My answer was going to be something more like Gravity Rush,
Gravity Rush be cool.
Journey.
Journey.
Do they own Journey? Like, do they own it?
I think they do own Journey.
I was thinking
Don't-
some of
don't
their
stop
like
believing.
smaller indie stuff. Maybe not Astrobot, but definitely
Published by
like
Sony, so probably, yeah.
Sackboy's Big Adventure.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
Like bring that over for sure. Stuff like that. Helldivers 2 on Switch. Could you imagine
That'd
that?
be cool.
That'd be
great.
really cool. And that might put a jolt of life back into that game,
Lego-
I could see that as a direct. We get a direct in like a year and it fucking held. It's like, boom. Are you ready to defend freedom? I could see it.
Lego
That's
Last
not
of
crazy.
Us.
Lego Last of Us. I love it.
Lego
Lego
Last
Last of Us would be
Lego
dope.
Last of Us, please be for
Everywhere
real.
except Xbox.
Everywhere but
Please
Xbox.
be for
You know, the
real.
funny thing is, I don't want to turn this into an Xbox show, but we don't have any questions, so I want to bring it up. All the talk for 3 weeks has been Xbox is making their next console, and it's going to be PC, run Steam on it. And all the Xbox fans are like, see, we're going to get the PlayStation games anyway. And it's like, but are you?
Are you?
Because you look at PlayStation now, and it's like, I'm pretty sure they're going to go into the code and be like, does not run on this device.
Yes.
Like, Sony's taking this shit serious.
Like, nah, you cannot have these.
I saw a tweet. I have no idea if this is true, but I saw a tweet that apparently they block their games from being streamed on GeForce Now on Xboxes. So even if you go on GeForce Now on your Xbox, you can't stream their games through GeForce.
That's funny.
We don't even want you looking at our games.
Like this
That's
shit is
funny as
deep.
hell.
Like they hate these guys.
Yeah.
They're like, we gave you Call of Duty. They're like, yeah, we still hate you. Like we
still
don't care.
like you.
That was our last question.
That's it. That's
We
it,
made it.
guys. Enjoy your Shack, not Shack. We were supposed to have the week off.
Yeah. And you still got one.
Yeah, like Sunday, I was like, we're not going to be here next week. And then literally the next day, it's like, there's a direct coming.
I guess we're gonna be here next week.
I was like, what the fuck? Why?
Nintendo heard us, said, "Wait one goddamn minute, Rondell."
Is this the closest that two full Nintendo Directs have ever been to each other?
I would think so.
If you're not counting like the spin-offs, it's got to be. Right.
Even with the spin-offs, I think maybe.
Yeah, this is really.
I feel
close.
like we've gotten back-to-back directs with like the Nintendo Direct and then like a partner showcase after the stuff they
Yeah.
didn't want to put in it. And I also feel like during the 3DS time, I thought we got like the 3DS Direct and then
Or
the
like,
Wii U.
Wii U, or like
I
a
think we-
Pokemon Direct, or like
I think we got stuff like
indie-
that.
Yeah,
But general because this was a direct. This was
Yeah.
a direct.
and like the rumors were saying like partner Direct,
Yeah. I don't think we've ever gotten like direct and then again direct.
or even
Direct too.
this isn't even a mini or anything. This could have
Yeah.
been a mini.
Yeah. Riley, did you ask us a question? Did I miss it? I don't have it.
Just tell us now, Riley. Drop it in the chat.
He says my question. Is it on socials?
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, hang on. It's up in the chat. What's the first game we see next week at the Switch 2 Direct?
Like, what are
That
they
is
going
a
to open
good
with?
question.
So I think they're gonna. That is a good question. I think they're gonna open with the console before we even see any games.
Interesting. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I just think the best way to get everybody's attention is literally you get the Switch Snap and you see a game.
It'll probably be Mario Kart.
I was thinking of new Mario.
Ooh.
I was thinking
Just
New
like
Mario too.
Like a teaser. Like new thing, and then we get the introduction to Ishikawa or Miyamoto. Like, we get a glimpse of a game.
You're right.
And then it transitions to a person who starts talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, woohoo!
Yeah, like that's kind of, I was like, something, we're going to be like, what is that? And then they start talking.
Okay, I agree. And I think it will be Mario.
It could be Mario Kart, but I think it's maybe something that's not
They
like
could show a little trailer and then be like, Holiday 2025.
I don't even know it's a whole, I don't even know it's a whole trailer. Like, they may just show a glimmer of it, and then I could see, like, Miyamoto being like, did you like that?
Let's
Strap
take a
in.
closer look.
Yeah, that's exactly where my head was. So, I hope it's that Zelda Wii U demo. Fucking Link's all gritty. He's like, shing. You're like, yeah. Switch 2's
go,
the
baby.
shit, y'all.
I'm so excited. This is like Christmas.
I'm
This
really
was really
excited.
just like Kyle said, the appetizer. Like this was just like a warm up of like.
The hype's been building all week for sure.
Yeah.
Are you guys the same? Like, I'm searching it. I keep hitting the news. I'm hitting the YouTube. I'm like,
I am
Switch
excited
news,
for it.
Switch news.
Super
Like,
excited for it.
I'm definitely fiending over it. Like, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
I'm excited because like this past year I've fallen so back in love with my Switch, and at the same time I'm so ready for like another one. Like, I want a better Switch, and just the idea of being able to like clear the decks and re-roll all these franchises again. It's like I have so many I think we all do. We all have so many questions. Where's Luigi's Mansion? What are we doing with Smash? How great is Kart going to be? What's Mario up to? When does Zelda show up? Like, so many questions. I can't wait to start getting answers.
I
can't
am
wait.
definitely excited for the console, but you're right. Same thing. Like I'm ready for the big games again.
Yes.
The big boys, the big leagues. I did take I have off of work too. Riley says he took off of work. It's very exciting because I was so sick today, so I just stayed home because I was sick. And
You look sick. Very sick.
I know. I feel a little
Sucks
better
to be
though. I
sick
think
on your
I'm
birthday.
okay for tomorrow. I'm
On
okay
your
for
birthday.
tomorrow though.
Sucks
Yeah.
to be sick.
So I have
Very
1 day
sick.
of work tomorrow, and then the weekend, and then I have a 3-day weekend. We have off on Monday because it's the end of
Nice.
Ramadan. Shout out to Muslims, we love you.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And then 1 day, Tuesday, and then off on April 2nd, and then 2 more days of work. Like this is the best
I'm gonna
next
get
week.
sushi. I hope we get pre-orders. Like, I would love for us to still be live when pre-orders go up, and then
just
chat.
We just run to it.
Well,
yeah.
I want us to get them, and I want to see our chat and our Discord. I want to see our community start filing in. I got it. I want
Yeah.
to start ringing that bell. Like,
Yes.
fucking let's go. Everybody get your damn Switch. Let's get in,
Ah!
before the rest of the world wakes
don't
up
order
and
from
figures this
GameStop.
out. So I want to know all the details. I want to see the UI. I want to see icons. I want to hear music and prompts, and I'm so excited. There's nothing like
It's gonna be great.
What time
Console
are we getting together in the morning?
what do you think?
Like how early?
8:30? Is it at 9 or is it at 10?
9.
8:30? Is that too early?
No, that's not too early.
We vamp for 30 minutes beforehand?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be up at like 6 in the morning. Like, I'm going to be up. I'm gonna
Wake
be
up
up for
before
sure.
your parents, sneak downstairs,
Oh,
see
I'm
what
gonna
Santa
make,
Claus
like,
left.
I'm going to make the best cup of coffee. I'm going to be refreshing Reddit and games, leaks, and rumors. And
Oh, I
I'm
don't
going
want
to be doing
to
all
leaks.
that
I don't
shit.
want to see leaks.
It's not the
Nothing
leaks,
today
but
leaked.
I just think like the stuff that came out today. Like, I know advertisements, like things are going to happen. You
Yeah.
can't control everything. Things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't want to scare anybody. If you listen, you may want to mute. Retailers could start testing pages that night, the
they
morning
are.
before. Like, that
Best Buy
Wario tweet.
Canada.
You know that Wario tweet's coming. He's like, they're taking pre-orders right now, and people are like, what the?
Yep. Best Buy
It always
Canada.
happens. They do it for like 4 seconds. There's like a 4-second window where Best Buy tests the page, and
Somebody's on it.
somebody's gonna be like, I got one.
Yep.
Like, it's going to happen. There's that. It's a chaotic frenzy that is these sorts of things, and or at least there can be. It could be the Wii U, and nobody's refreshing those pages. Like but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think this
I don't
one's the real deal. And yeah, they don't come around often. This is like a once every 2 decades sort of thing.
Yeah.
Need to
Even the
stay
Switch
alive
wasn't
for
like,
one more week at least.
it got there, but at the start, people were very skeptical of the
Yes,
Switch
they
at
were.
the start.
For good
Like
reason.
it wasn't. We haven't had Frenzy since like the Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the Switch
This
2
is
counts.
just like trying to get Taylor Swift tickets at the height of her career
Correct.
because after Reputation, people were like,
This is my Eras Tour
I don't
moment."
need to.
Yes.
I
Like,
don't
we gotta
like
get
Taylor
in.
Swift." But now it's, there's too many people. Stop being a fan. I need to have a controversy so that she stops being popular.
So you can catch her at like the local dive bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A little controversy.
cool.
Anyway.
I gotta
Well-
I gotta edit and post this fucking show.
Have fun.
Do it tomorrow.
I miss
You've
Dev.
been up. You've been up.
I like PSVG and Dev does this. No, I'm not gonna.
You
I would never
sleep
do
in
it to our
tomorrow.
listeners. I'm never gonna do that. I'll do it now. How late is it? What time is it?
It's not late.
Not even 10.
I'll do it tonight.
We will see you next week, Hoopalings, bright and early on April 2nd, right here. Come join us. We'll be ready with coffee and excitement.
What's our timeline? 5 days?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. We have to get
Yeah.
through 5 more days, and then it's on the 6th day.
Listen here, Shackers. Koopalings. 5 days, 11 hours, 6 minutes, and 45 seconds.
But who's counting?
44, 43, 42, 41.
All right, Koopalings. Stay safe. We'll see you then.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. This is Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening. And I forgot the line already. What?